Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 36 of our Enigmatica 6 Expert Let's Play series. Today, we are progressing in PneumaticCraft. We're curing villagers. We're getting good trades, so let's get started. It's another beautiful day here in the land of TheAndrata, where today we're going to continue working with, our tech in things. In between episodes, I went ahead and did a few little things, just a little bit more crafting for us, just to get some things taken care of. Before we get too started, I want to point out a couple things. I have some shout outs to do. So first off, I want to thank Ridanosaurus, who let me know that last episode, our bug that happened with the immersive engineering, what was this? The circuit table is not an intended mechanic. It was definitely a bug, and he went ahead and reported it on my behalf. So yeah, it's been reported that this bug does happen. So yeah, if it happens to you, just know that it's not normal. Recommendation: take your items out before you move this. If you end up breaking it, yeah, makes it easier for you. James told me that nether grout exists. If you remember a couple episodes back, we were looking to make scorched stone. Well, just use nether grout. All it is soul soil or soul sand, gravel, and magma cream, and that gets you 2 nether grout, and then that gets smelted up into scorched bricks. Or you can throw 2 of these in and get a block, or I'm sorry, it would be, the math is weird because it's 1 to 2, so you need 9 total ingots to get a block. So yeah, figure the math out, but nether grout is a way to get that stuff. Does this give you 2? No, this is 1 to 1. Yeah, still the same recipe. Okay. Also, he mentioned that the foundry is a block that is similar to the smelter, because I was asking about what the heck does the foundry do. It is similar to the smeltery here. However, it has 2 main advantages over the smeltery. It does not alloy blocks. So if you put iron or whatever, if you're trying to make an alloy, or you don't want to make an alloy, brass or whatever, or electrum, there we go, silver and gold. If you put silver and gold in the smeltery, they're going to combine together into electrum. And if you're trying to process ores or something in there, that may not be something that you want to have happen. So a foundry would not allow that to happen. So it's kind of you can dump all your ore in there, your raw ore, process it through the smeltery process it through the foundry, and you won't have to worry about casting out alloys. It also allows you to smelt other items, and its capacity is much larger than this. So you get a much larger capacity for the same size smeltery, and like I said, it can melt items that the smeltery can't do. So we got that going for us. And then lastly, Glitch Gaming mentioned that there's a sulfur biome in the end when we get there that'll get us buku amounts of sulfur, essentially, at the cost of just some pickaxe mining, essentially. So there's that. And then one more I forgot, I need to pull up here from my Discord. If you don't know, I do have a Discord. You can check it out. Link is in the bio. But Shiny in my Discord said that you can put a lever on top of your sequenced assemblers here, and it turns them off. And so I used this to make some more circuit backplates. Those circuit backplates. Because if you remember, we would have our copper and then our dielectric paste in here, and then it would get stuck here because this is trying to move and nothing can happen. So if you throw a lever on top, it'll turn it on and off, and so then you can let it, it'll process through. And then I added the back plates to the barrel, so I was able to just dump my items in here and then go work on other things, come back, and my circuit back plates were done. So that is fantastic, and this will help for like future usage when we want to make other things. We can turn these on and off. It's a great mechanic, so thank you for that, Shiny. So today, what we're going to work on is, if I can get through that door, is continuing our setup in, technology. Our honey has been going great. I'm probably going to end up voiding this honey. We have a lot of honey. I don't know, is honey one of those things that we're going to need tens of thousands of, or am I going to be okay with like getting rid of this for now? Because we have a ton of it and it's kind of taking up all the space. Plus, I'm going to have to make bottles, which is a lot of glass. Like, I don't know. I don't see that it's going to be used for any crazy crazy craft. What about this though? Honey blocks. Are you used for anything super duper ridiculous other than making, you know, the hive upgrades? But that we have enough for that. Tier 3 apiary. What I'm looking for is, are you going to be a part of those like school fit blocks at the end? And it does not look like it. It will be. So we can go ahead and get our trash can. I made that fluid trash can a while back, if you remember. So we're going to grab that. We're going to grab we need some more mechanical pipes. Grab another set of these guys, and then we'll set this up. It's not the greatest or prettiest setup here or anything, but you know what? It works for us at the moment. And that has been the theme of this playthrough so far, is that, okay. I must have changed the middle block there. I changed this block to push or pull. Okay, so now it's going to get the honey. The honey's just going to get voided out, and that's fine with me for now. I'm not too concerned about it. But then that way this can keep processing. Because what will happen is it'll back stuff on honey here, and then it will stop processing because it doesn't have anywhere for the honey to go. I don't want that to happen. We still have quite a bit of stuff that we need to run through and then get that going. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to go ahead and set up a create ore processing setup. It's mentioned a couple times in the comments that, yes, if we look at our ore, you know, the chunks... chunks. If we look at, for example, iron chunks in the create, it is a, you know, we're guaranteed to get 1, and then we have a 60% chance to get 2 plus another material possibly. This is overall gonna get us almost all the time. We'll get the 3 plus then we crush the ore and we wash it and we get 9 nuggets with a 50% chance to get 5 more. So that's almost double from each of these. Plus, we're almost tripling from the crushed ore. So I don't know what I just did. I pressed a button I didn't mean to. So anyway, we'll probably set up a create ore washing process and just dump all our ores in there. And then that way we can repurpose these, I guess. Oh, look at all this copper. I didn't realize I had all this stuff sitting in here. Remember how I was saying I was low on copper? Yeah, I lied. But anyway, let's get into what we're doing this episode. So if you remember last episode, we were working on making our liquid compressor, and we were working on getting the hardened integral components. And this basically took the whole episode for us to get, because getting this advanced PCB was the hard part, and getting this logic circuit and all that stuff. So we now have all of the requisite materials. I went ahead and made all this in between episodes. Like I said, Invar gear was fairly simple, not a challenge. Invar's just... oh, what is the recipe for Invar? I can't remember. It's an induction smelt of 2 things that we have, iron and nickel. Yeah. Anyway, so we have the hardened integral components. I should pick that up. I think it's going to get us a quest. Completion. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then we'll take a look at what other quests we can get by picking that up. And then I went ahead and made all of these things in between episodes. Like I said, billows was easy. It's just tough fabric. Tough fabric is just made from industrial hemp fiber, which we have out on our farm. And then any kind of stick, that was easy. We had treated wood slabs. Small fluid tank is just andesite alloy, the hardened glass, and the basic fluid tank. I have hardened glass from Quest Rewards. So how we make it, I'm not 100%. I haven't looked at the recipe. Yeah, sand, obsidian, and nether quartz. So fairly simple, but I had some in the inventory. Machine frames we've seen, and then pressure tubes is just compressed iron and, again, a hardened glass. So I went ahead and did that. So with all of that being said, we can go ahead and get ourselves a liquid compressor. Bump it up. Completes the task for liquid compressor. And we're also going to need to get some of these pipes. So let's go ahead and look for pipes. Pressure tubes is what they're called. So let's grab ourselves a few of these, but I kind of want to set something up real quick. Okay. So, there is what's known as villagers. If you've never played Minecraft, you know, there's villagers in the game. Y'all know that, right? Villagers exist. And there is a villager for PneumaticCraft, and I'm pretty sure the charging station is what its craft is. Yes, look, here we go. The PneumaticCraft mechanic uses a charging station. If you remember a couple episodes back, I was asking, hey, what's the cheapest recipe for the compressed iron? And it was mentioned a couple times, the villager. Just get the villager, get your compressed iron, plus it can get you a lot of other of the items for PneumaticCraft and kind of help speed it along. And bada bing, bada boom, we're going to work on doing this real quick. So all we need to do is get reinforced stone. And how do we get reinforced stone? Well, we have to get reinforced stone, or I'm sorry, we need reinforced stone slabs, which means we're going to need to get 3 reinforced stone. Well, how do we do that? Let's find out. Well, we need to put it in a dissolution chamber. Well, we kind of sort of can't do that because we don't have a dissolution chamber. A fluid encapsulator would take molten compressed iron and putting light on top of light gray concrete powder, and that'll get us reinforced stone. Also, do have potential, but unless the magma crucible can melt compressed iron, I didn't think about this actually as I was looking through. You can go into the magma crucible. Well, actually, you know what? That's probably going to be a better way. The way that I was going to do it, if we take a look at here and we look here and we look here, was casting basin. If we get an ingot, 18 millibuckets over the light gray concrete powder, we'll make this. But we'd have to automate this, and it's kind of sort of a pain. Plus, I don't have lava set up out there. So now that I think about it, yeah, magma crucible is the way to go. And this is 18 millibuckets per light gray concrete powder. And each ingot will make 144 or something like that. Anyway, it ends up being 8 millibuckets total. So if I were to break this and we put this here, and then we get, we only need 1 really, because it's going to make 8 total. And then you auto output to the top, there is going to be our stuff. And so then if I do this, that should pull all of that in there. So now we just got to get the concrete. Okay. That was actually much easier than I thought it was going to end up being. So then light gray concrete is just going to be any kind of sand, any kind of gravel, and then a light gray dye. Now the light gray dye is going to be made with light gray petals or RGB honeycomb. We do have RGB honeycomb. Do I have any of these flowers, though? I do have mystical light gray flowers. Can you please pick these up? Thank you. RGB honeycomb. Do I have any in here? Yes. Because like the RGB honeycomb really isn't used for much else other than, I don't know what these are. I don't know what a blaze larva is or any of this stuff, but the RGB honeycombs are made mainly for making dyes. So, or bottles of enchanting, apparently, in rainbow rooms. Now, these things are used a lot, aren't they? For the rune of earth, you need that. And to make green corundum clusters. And for occult rituals. So you actually, you know what? These actually do have a use. So I'm not going to, like, blow through all of them for no reason. But I'm not going to also be afraid to use them. Okay, so we are looking for light gray dye, which is this recipe. So go ahead and request everything except for the flower, and we'll put that in there and do the thing. Or does this need to be the petal? Good question. We'll find out. I thought I said flower. Apparently it is petal. Okay, so then we can get the concrete. And it's this recipe. And it's going to make 8 of these. And there we go. So now if I just throw this in here, we're going to get reinforced stone. And now that's the beginning recipe for reinforced stone. There is other ways to get it. If we are... Is there actually? Oh, you know what? I lied. There isn't really any other way to get reinforced stone other than doing this recipe. So I imagine we're going to have to do this some more. Maybe? Actually, it doesn't look like there's terribly too much that uses this. Air cannon, thermopneumatic processing unit, machine base. Okay, so there is... Well, no, that just uses any kind of slabs. This for sure is going to use that. And a vacuum pump. Yeah, there's actually not a lot that's using reinforced stone, so I'm not going to complain too much. Let's take a look at our quests, because I don't want to miss out on a quest just because we moved on too fast. I made a fluid tank, so that gets us that kind of stuff. Thermal is going to get us integral components. Excuse me. And then an aqueous accumulator is our next step there. I made the flux cells when I had to craft for the pump. And then what we're looking for is PneumaticCraft. Okay. So air compressor, liquid compressor, ethically sourced pressure chamber walls. So we're going to need to get these. And that's where. Why didn't that show up? I see. Because it's reinforced bricks. Just going to add all these to our to-do list because we have to make a pressure chamber anyway. So that's going to get that. And then we're going to use the pressure chamber, or we're going to use the liquid compressor for the pressure chamber. Okay. So yeah, but let's go ahead and get these slabs done. Clear this out. Let's not do the rest since we just found out we're going to be using a lot of this. And then we can go ahead and make our charging station. So now I can go ahead and cycle a villager out over at our base, or at our villager trading hall, and get that going for us. Because it's going to be easier to do this than it will be to, you know, make all the stuff manually. So who don't we need to be here necessarily? I guess really the bee guy. I mean, he does make the beeswax blocks, but he gives us obsidian and stuff. You're a weathered salesman. I guess I don't necessarily need. Yeah, you have efficiency. I kind of want all of these guys. Yeah, I guess it's the bee guy. And it'll be kind of nice to get different bees, actually. So we'll go ahead and break that. Oh, you know what? Duh, I'm dumb. His trade is locked because he's you know, a fully grown dude. So let's go home. I think I have another villager in a soul gem. I should have a blank villager. Yeah. Actually, I have a zombie villager. I could do that and get cheaper trades if I were to cure him with a golden apple and then, what is it, a splash potion of harming or weakness? Yeah, it's weakness, isn't it? Which is a fermented spider eye. I do have that. Let me just double check this. Maybe we're gonna zombie villager. Let me look this up. We'll be right back. Okay, let's figure this thing out here. I've done this before, but again, this is vanilla knowledge, so I'm not 100% like super duper vanilla. So anyway, what I read online is that a villager is going to check a 9x9 space for iron bars. So if we set this up like so, we should be able to capture him or throw him in here, and then, you know, he'll be in his little cage and do his conversion. But it checks for the iron bars, and then it makes it so that the process can be faster. So we'll do something like so. We're going to go ahead and put our zombie villager inside of there, and he can't get to us now, so we're safe. And then we're going to throw a splash potion of weakness at him. Did I make it? Yeah. Maybe? Can't tell. Well, I have weakness, so I'm going to assume he's weak too. And then we're going to go ahead and give him the golden apple, and there we go. All right. So then he's going to convert over. And so on Java, it can take anywhere between 3,000 to 6,000 ticks to convert a zombie villager over, apparently. But each one of these iron bars can reduce the chance. It checks for the iron bar, and it can reduce it by a single tick. So by having 14 here, you can reduce your speed, or the chance that it takes, by 4.2% on average, something like that. Anyway, efficiency. So we're just going to leave that there. We have our zombie villager. We have our charging station. So we're going to go ahead and, you know, leave this as is, and then come back, get him, and then I will do the thing. So that's going to be that. Now, let's take a look at what we're going to need to get into to get, well, further items. I also added engineer's crafting table, an anvil, and a current transformer to our to-do list, because these are the immersive engineering dudes, villagers, and that can also speed up, like, especially a lot of those circuits and stuff. So I'll make these in between. The only thing you guys haven't seen is this current transformer, but like, it's fairly simple. Just make sure, yeah, machinist, and then, excuse me, engineer. So that's those guys. So what we need to make next is our pressure chamber, right? Let's go up to our quests up here, computer science, and it's going to say liquid compressor wants us to get any sort of liquid fuel. Oh, I don't think I mentioned this, actually. I did go ahead and plant downstairs. I actually completely forgot about it myself. Behind our structure here, I went ahead and planted some vexing archwood logs and made some more arboreal extractors to get resin out of them. And then eventually we can use the resin for oil or power if we need to. But I wanted to go ahead and do this because I wanted to complete the quests both for this. This is refined fuel or tree oil, so we would need to convert this over. That's okay. We can go back up top and grab another bucket because we have refined fuel, right? Right over here, inside of our fractionating still, we have refined fuel. And we have a whole bucket of it now. Yay. That's going to be used for our liquid compressor. Did I click that? Yeah, descending. Anyway, so that's going to get us there, and then it's going to want us to make pressure chamber walls, pressure chamber valves, 2 interfaces. Did I add that to the to-do list? And then a pressure chamber glass. So we'll make sure we do this correctly and follow that step there. So that's that quest line. And then the thermal series gets us the resin. And then if we pick up our fractionating still, though, I would hate to lose that. If we pick it up with the thermal wrench, I believe it'll retain inventory, actually. Yeah, okay. So that gets us that quest done. Wait, what? And a tree oil bucket. I haven't processed anything into tree oil. So no epic reward from there. But we got 2 more machine frames, so, you know, it's good. Put all this stuff away. That can go there, and that can go there. And yeah, okay. So that gets us our charging station, our liquid compressor, and our pressure tube. And then I think we're going to end today's episode here because getting into our pressure chamber wall is going to require a lot of this refined stone. I'm going to have to go ahead and make up a bunch of this. But as you saw, it's fairly easy. It's just the concrete, so I'm going to have to get a bunch of the dye. So we're going to make the reinforced stone. Pressure chamber walls is going to be, that. And then interface is just going to be compressed iron gear, redstone servo. And then this is going to be another hardened integral component. Lovely. So I guess I'm going to be spending my life making another one of these. Luckily, I made more of these circuit backplanes. And again, that's expert packs for you. You know, I complain, but that's only because I don't listen to the tooltips. The tooltips say if you're going to make something once, make 100 of them because you're going to be making them again, especially if it's a challenging recipe. Just make more than one. And I haven't done that. So I need to make more cured rubber. I need to probably process. Actually, you know what? Out here, I did process all this, so we should have some more bitumen. There we go. Just pick all this stuff up and process the bitumen in the pyrolyzer. There we go. Sweet. And look at all this coal we have, too. Maybe I should convert this coal into blocks. That way we have some coal blocks, and it doesn't take up so much room in our... I think I can just press K. Yeah, if you didn't know, I found this out with the honey. If you have blocks in... or if you have a recipe that can make blocks in a crafting table, if you just press K, it'll actually do the craft for you. So like we have 9 here. I just press K over this, turned it into a block. And the sulfur dust is probably the same, but I'd rather keep it in sulfur dust form because we're going to need, it as sulfur dust. And probably the same for, if we wanted cobblestone bricks. Though I didn't need that many cobblestone bricks, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. Maybe papyrus. Can papyrus be like combined into a block form? Can we save space with that? No. Oh well. Other things can. Like industrial hemp fiber we could probably get rid of, to be honest, and get rid of all that. And it looks like our villager converted because we got the zombie doctor thing. So let's see. If I just put this down. Hey, take your job. Do the thing that you need to do, right? Get to work, buddy. You vandal. Why am I a vandal? Breaking machines. Consider sneak right clicking with Enigmatic wrench instead of the machine has any stored air. Well, it doesn't. Okay, that's why I did it the way I did it. Come on, bro. Take your block. I just wanted to see if he had any cool trades just to start with, but apparently he's just going to be a jerk and not take a job. Luckily, he's not a nitwit. Ah, there we go. Okay. And he's going to get us air canisters and PCB blueprints. Now, what does a PCB blueprint do? That is a Bissaline lamp. Or no, yeah, you make a UV light box. This is what expose. Yeah, you put empty PCBs to the light, and it makes this. But you only cost 8 in an Amazon tablet. So the Amazon tablet does not seem to be cheap. It's going to require plastic. I don't know what the best trade's going to be for this guy to start with. Really, I want compressed iron. Like, give me compressed iron as your first trade, and then we'll be best friends. Anyway, I'll cycle him through. Oh, look, bam, block of compressed iron. That's what I wanted to see. Compressed iron and pressure tubes. I'm going to actually go lock this in, especially since he's giving us cheap trades. We have plenty of emeralds. And then he'll end up in our villager trading hall, of course. But I figure, you know, let's see what we can do cool right now and then go for it. Wow, he dropped it from 8 to 2 for this. And then remember, this is a block of compressed iron, so we can just convert that down into compressed iron. I like that a lot. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's episode. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, tips, tricks, all that good stuff. Let me know. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.